Okay, so like, there's no secret that like millennials are full of like autistics and like ADHD, neurodivergency, right? That's like where it like really peaked, was with our generation. There's so many of us that are autistic, so many of us that have these neurological disorders. And it got me thinking right now, like, what happened that would have caused that? Because they keep saying it's the food, but they also say it's genetic, and it's like hereditary and shit. So here's the thing, like, what happened that could have caused this? So between 1951 and 1992, and that one's important, the cutoff date. Between 1951 and 1992, the U.S. detonated 929 nuclear bombs in Nevada. Okay? In Nevada. About 829 of those were underground tests, which means that it's gonna mess up the ground and stuff, but it's really not gonna do much. But 100 of those tests were above ground atmospheric tests, meaning that we literally got rained on with DNA modifying material. Like, you know what I mean? Like, radiation modifies your DNA. So the problem in our brains, the whole like issue with our neurological system, is that attributed to radiation poisoning from our parents' DNA? Because 1951 to 1992, I mean, I know that it's kind of gotten out of hand with a lot, but think about how much of our life is based around radiation. Our phones give off a shit ton of radiation. TVs, the Wi-Fi box, you know, that's all radiation. The microwave, that's radiation. The light bulbs are radiation. All the music, the stereos, the everything you are around that produces electricity or sound produces radiation. We absorb it a lot more nowadays than they did back in the 40s, 30s, when autism and neurological problems weren't a thing. You know, they weren't really looked at. They weren't really a problem back then. They're a problem now because of how much radiation we absorb. And clearly phones directly in a headphone, like we all autistics, almost all autistics love wearing earbuds or headphones, something that it's all radiation going straight to our brains. The phone's directly on our in our hands, in our face, on our face, on our head. It's radiation, like all of it. So like it's not the food per se, it's the technology, it's the radiation that they've pumped full of us. They literally set the shit off. They literally fucked an entire generation of people because they wanted to do nuclear testing in Nevada. And I'm not too far from Nevada. My mom wasn't too far from Nevada. My grandparents weren't too far from Nevada when all these testings were done. Your parents, all that shit, like, not too far. And if it's atmospheric, it's getting spread. The weather will spread it. The wind patterns, that spreads the fucking radiation around. Like, all the radiation particles. Like, are we gonna ignore that fact?